time, guys. We are back, and guess what? We have an amazing, amazing guest in studio. She goes by the name Joyce. She is a producer, director, actress, model. Hey, she's a jack of all trades. Welcome,
Joyce. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure's all ours.
I'm a big fan, by the way.
Oh,
I'm a big fan. Kwanza niliposikia niwe unakuja, it felt so nice. Can we talk about your journey?
Yeah.
And where it started? Let's talk about your first performance.
Okay.
When you were performing for the first day, was it on stage? How was it? Were you nervous?
It was on stage, and I was really terrible. I was so nervous. My words just commied over here. Everything I had rehearsed just it went out of it just completely. I went blank.
Wow.
And then I had a faulty mic. So it had been placed over there, and so the joint it kept just like swinging to the side.
Wow.
Each time I went to say anything into the mic. Yeah, so it was terrible. And then everyone would go like, oh, yeah, because I was like, what, standard 3 is how old?
Wow.
Yeah, I was in standard 3. Yeah.
But after that, did you realize that you had a gift?
Yes. Okay, no, that's not what made me feel like I had a gift. What happened was, when I went home, I felt so bad about my flopped performance. I'd let down my school. I remember I went up the stairs. Our house had stairs, and I stood at the top of the stairs and I redid the whole thing. And I did it so well. Wow. I clapped for myself. Wow. And I told myself, next time, that is what I'm going to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember, watching you and how amazing you'd be at your craft.
Yeah.
And I would just think what a great actress you are.
Oh, thank you.
What inspired you to go into acting? Because I know you went into the production a bit later.
Yeah.
But why acting?
I didn't even think of the options, because my father is an actor.
Right.
Even when I was little, I'd accompany him to the theatre. He used to act at Kenya National Theatre, so I'd accompany him to that, and then in school I was always skiving class. I was that kid who was always skiving class to go to drama, to go to public speaking, to do all that. So it just, I don't know if there was a moment where I said, okay, now I'm going to become an actor. I just kind of grew into it because of the environment that I grew up in.
Amazing. And definitely all the time you have to be a certain character, a different character, depending on the role you have been given to play, right?
Yeah.
So which was your most memorable or your favorite character in your show? You play back like, damn, I nailed yadi ile tu moja.
I know that one. It was a stage performance. And I was playing the role of the demon of lust. It was called Luxuria. And so that really pushed me out of my comfort zone, because normally I'm very reserved, very quiet, very shy, even in my interactions. So this forced me to be the lady in red, the lady in the bold lipstick, the lady in little scandalous clothes. And so it really gave me a chance to be something that was completely different from who I am. Yeah, that was fun, and that was it really stretched me.
As we all know, you're married to Yefesi. He used to be a scriptwriter back in Tahiti High.
Yeah.
And how did you guys meet?
Yeah.
And do you guys sit down and say, this month tunafuatia all billboards in, like, you in my dawa, he's in the bar, as in
Na zingine, by the way, there are some that are still in post-production.
Well, we are sorry. Okay.
And were you set up?
No.
How did you meet?
Okay, let's start with how we met. Again, my whole life is around drama and acting. So we met during a play.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was acting and producing, and he was acting and directing. And so we ended up spending a whole lot of time. We met in school, in campus, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And how do you guys, so both of you are models. Okay.
Models is a very strong
word. But You guys, do you guys have an advertising company that
No, absolutely not. In fact, it's all coincidence. Yeah, it's just like I know the one you're referring to. The one that's seen a lot is that one.
Whoa, I corrected you. Whoa.
No, that one. They had the client had settled for Yafesi because of work he had done previously. So he was more or less, it was his thing. It was his role. Now what the producers were trying to get is a woman who would act his wife and who could match his crazy. So they were like, wait a minute, he actually has a woman who is his wife, who can act, and who can match his crazy. I mean, I've been doing it for the last, almost 20 years. So that's how we ended up doing it together.
Yeah, you spoke about your dad.
Yeah.
Mzee Kobe is your dad?
Mzee Kobe is my daddy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Can you talk about him? Did he play a role in you becoming an actress and a creative?
Possibly yes, but not directly. He didn't tell me go act. But I think just knowing that I had permission, was, the way people say, my dad, my mom will not allow. No, I never had that. I never had that resistance from my parents. So I think I knew I had permission to explore the arts. Even if my teachers would, Joyce, all you do is extracurricular. I knew that was only coming from my teachers, not from home. That was, at home, I had permission to do that. Yeah.
And do you think the acting industry is the way back in the day when you guys were doing Changing Times?
Yeah.
How do you think, is there a difference between back then and now?
I think so. I think we're growing. There are a lot more opportunities. There are so many production houses now. It's not like those days, if one rejects you, you've been rejected forever. Go sell charcoal or do something else. Yeah, now we have so many options. The technology is growing. There are many options also even for online content. I think the opportunities are just blowing up.
I just have one question. Why did you leave? What happened? Why did you leave your fans hanging?
Even me, I want to know.
Many dancers. Because I remember any show you'd be part of was just amazing. You would take a very nice character. I think you were the nice girl, and it would really make someone connect with you.
Yeah.
So what happened? Why did you take the break?
The first time I stopped acting, it was not choice. The show just stopped being produced.
Yeah.
And then family happened. I'm a mother of 3.
Boy, girl, boy.
Boy, girl, boy, yes. It's a sandwich. Then and that just kind of you just kind of have to slow down. I didn't stop, I just slowed down. So I made the switch to producing rather than acting, because acting is you're too much at the mercy of other people, and you're told, okay, come now, we are shooting your scene in an hour, and you can't function like that as a mother. So I needed a bit of control over my time and a bit of control over my resources, income. So I made the switch. So I started producing.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll share some feedback with you before we go into our game spot. Cecile Platinum says, hi, thanks for bringing Joyce. Tell her that we really appreciate her work. And then Teresia Wanjiro asks, she says, hi ladies, looking beautiful. And then she says, kindly ask her what's been her biggest career challenge so far. She's tuned from Gatundu.
Okay. My biggest career challenge has been actually launching back after whenever from motherhood. You look up from changing diapers and the industry has moved on, and you just feel like you're out of your depth and you're trying to re-establish connections and figure out what Yeah, actually that's it. It's
That's
just
really
been
for
trying
you.
to relaunch myself from motherhood. Yeah.
I think you relaunched quite well.
Yeah.
Because I mean you're everywhere.
Amazing. And kawaida tunakuwa na section ya games. And today we're gonna be playing something. You have an idea. You'll be okay. So right about now, GameSpot. So today we are going to be doing charades in a different kind of manner. We're going to be playing the acting challenge. So hapa hivi kwenye shoe game, watu wanachukua kadango. Na kwenye kadango, iko na mtu fulani tu, actor fulani. Si actor, it has a person. A celebrity. And you have to impersonate that celebrity. Venye yo uongea, venye, yani you just have to impersonate them one way
Oh,
or
today we
another.
can speak.
Eh? Yes, today
Okay.
you can speak. Eh?
Okay.
So,
Actresses in the house.
Could you have bad luck with this, your two bangles?
Ah.
Pass the shoe, pass the shoe. Kwani wewe uchukui?
sinangoja ende hivi irudi sasa.
Oh, haya. Hey.
Mbona unacheka?
What? Okay, how do
Where
I
am
do
I
this?
getting to?
Because you're the guest.
Yeah, sure.
Mgeni ndo anaongea. Unaona venye mgeni ongezewa kwa chai, watoto wanaambiwa endeni huko yenu imeisha.
Can I Google her lines? On a serious note.
So you just have to impersonate the character. And
And if we don't
Joyce,
know
you're gonna
them,
start.
Yeah, what happens if you don't know them? Or what?
When
Give me yours. Let's
you
exchange.
know who is this?
you was.
I don't know them.
You don't know them. Switch with Kush. Switch with Kush.
Okay, sawa. Tumekubali round moja ya kuswitch. Tumeswitch na Noni. Hey. Jessica, leo ni kuchoma. Mimi, haya, let me take one for the. Acha nianzishie ndio at least mchangamke. Manze nimepata DJ Afro. DJ Afro ongeaje. Haya, assuming mna watch Jackie Chan.
Oh no.
DJ Afro panga kwa background, so mimi niko kwa background, so siwezi fanya hizo actions zao, but ndio akaenda kapiga teke tua akamshoot akachukua kisu akamweka akaanguka dufu.
Haya.
I know that was bad. Out of 10, nimepata 0, but I'm trying.
Mera yangu
Kujaribu.
Joyce, we're waiting for you.
Joyce, go for it, you're the actress.
Mera nataka time iishe.
Tunasukuma mpaka hiyo ingine. Lazima watu wafanye.
So, which camera am I using?
Can I guess?
Which one?
Camera 5.
Prezzo.
No, man. This is Calligraph Jones. I'm like, really happy to be here, man.
Psych. Na hiyo moral.
Nani?
Jackie, we are starting with that side today. Tunakuja kumalizia hapa.
Nani hebu act.
Maybe I can't cut this one. Hey.
Watu hata sisi tumepiga 0 out of
Wajaribu.
10, but we've tried. No, kuna effort 1.
So let me try. Ango niletee maziwa. Upapa. Ango. Awinja.
Kujaribu na Zula.
Okay, hii yangu ni international. I don't have that accent, so I don't know how I'll do it. Can you zoom? Okay. Jamal? Can you guess?
Cookie.
Yeah, he just had to use Jamal as the rap. Aya, twende kazi.
Okay. So mine is. I don't say the person, say you guys guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it.
First, this is how she starts.
Okay.
Then I leave my son alone now.
Mama G.
Then she gets her mouth. She's the worst mother-in-law ever. And she's not telling people
And
to
when
leave her
she's
son.
acting as a wicked woman, I'm telling you, she's wicked.
Yes.
Yeah, back to
Anyway,
you,
that's
Joyce.
Patience Ozoko.
Yeah.
Yes, Patience Ozoko.
So nimefika hapa Switch TV and nimefurahia kwa hapa. My best shots.
Ebu try tena nyingine. Ebu try.
No. Show nini?
Who's that?
Ebu try again. Just try again.
Hey.
And ebu try to guess.
One more time.
One more time. Pull up. Select.
Take two. Cut, take two.
Ni mimi nimefika hapa Switch TV.
Swale.
No,
Shitty.
no, shitty.
Unajua umefanya mdomo.
Okay, I hear you tried.
Tumejaribu lakini.
We've really,
Right.
really tried. You have feedback, Nunu?
Yes, we do. There's actually somebody who's asking. Her name is Vayo. She says that most people share the opinion that Kenyan producers and directors don't want to spend money to buy good scripts, and we end up having lame programs on TV. What do you have to say about that? What do you think about the content that we have on our screens right now?
I think it could be better for sure, but the truth is there is no money. At least in my experience with TV production, you're really trying to do a lot with very, very, very limited resources. For me, I work with Yafesi, so at least I know he handles a script beat of our productions, and there isn't much training that goes on in. It's very hard to find a trained scriptwriter. That's just the truth of it. And it costs money to invest in scripts. It costs money to invest in scriptwriters. So yeah, I agree. Okay. Content could be better.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll take a short commercial break now, but don't go too far. Our guest is still in studio.
Welcome back to Chatspot. On the spot today we have Joyce in studio, and of course Joyce is an amazing actress. Joyce, I'm a #1 fan, by the way. Nimesikia sana leo amekuja, and for the fans who missed her on the screen, you can actually check her out on all the billboards. But we also have amazing feedback from you guys. I see Toto Kasagam saying, hi cuties, tuned in from Njiru, loving the show. There's Sarah James saying, you all look amazing. Vonta Ojode says, mkobomba, mashallah na wapenda bure, wapenzi, mnapendwa. Kuna Purity Wanjiru saying, looking awesome ladies, Kush, my all-time mentor. Love you girls. And then kuna Masi Washira saying, looking lovely, watching all the way in Karatina. And of course there's Blessed Essie Wangui saying, you are looking beautiful girls, loving the show.
Awesome.
Yes. So you love animals.
Anapenda wanyama.
Can you talk about your love for animals?
Okay, I've always loved animals. When I was a child, I was that child who would. I had many animals. I had ducks, and I grew up in Nairobi. So you can imagine that I had ducks. Then one day they flew a farm. I had.
And you didn't slaughter any?
I don't know. I think they were slaughtered. That's not the story I was given, though. So anyway, I was that child. I felt bad when chickens were slaughtered. Can I tell you a story?
Yes, please do.
There's one time I had a pet chicken. It was really cute. You know those chickens that have a thing
like a crown.
In Cook, they're called gadoko. So that was my chicken. And you could slaughter all the others, but not that one.
Boy.
Then my mom one day called, and she called the help, and she said, slaughter a chicken.
Boy.
She did not specify. She did not give a brief that the gadoko is out of bounds. That lady, she slaughtered my chicken. I went to the phone, to the telephone. I called KSPC because I went through.
Yeah,
I grew up in a time where there was a directory,
Yeah.
so I went to a directory. I called KSPCA, and I told them, someone. I was very emotional. Someone has cut my chicken's head. What do I do? So I was really looking for. I was actually looking for solutions. I don't even know what they told me. They just told me something like that one is gone. It's okay.
What?
Yeah. So I'm still bitter.
Up to date. Do you have pets currently?
I have pets. I have a very, very, very beautiful, very majestic, very proud, very diva-ish cat.
Wow.
His name is Kwati. I named him Kwati because he has to sit on my laptop when I am working. He loves keyboards.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a boy?
It's a boy, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
How do you handle a pet and 3 kids?
I know. My God.
Even I'm sure.
And
Even
cat.
They love attention. They're not like dogs.
they do.
Wow.
I know before the kids, how many cats?
At some point, I had 17, and that's not the only time. I've had 17 cats because
17
what happens?
cats.
I'll explain. What happens is either I have a female cat, and then she gets kittens, so you have 4.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to give them away because you don't know how they'll be taken care of, so you keep them. And then my children also collect a lot of strays. I wonder, I don't know where they got that from. They collect strays, and then you feel well, for them. You can't send them out in the cold, so you nurse them. They get better. They stay. That's how you end up with 17 cats eventually.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're an animal lover.
You sure are.
Are you a vegetarian? Sorry to ask.
No, there's a challenge because I feel really bad when animals are slaughtered.
Yeah.
And I remember even when I was a kid, I just completely refused to eat. And then njaa inakuja.
Unaona kuku unashinda kurezi.
Kitoweo, it smells like you just eat begrudgingly, but you eat it. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question from Salatan. He says, ask our guests kama wale watoi wa advert wa mawowo if they are her kids.
Okay, yeah, I get asked that a lot.
Okay.
No, they're not my children. Yeah, the husband is real. My husband, but the children are not. We met them on
And
set.
how have you managed this, Joyce, for you being able to separate your private life and, of course, you being out there as well?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a fine balance.
Do I separate my life?
Well, I mean, if in this case, for example, most people say when it comes to, for example, your children and the likes, I think, that's something you've been...
Oh, okay. I think that it's a bit of a personality issue. I don't even think it was deliberate initially, but I'm myself very, very shy. So social media for me feels like a task. I feel like I'm held there against my will. It's just that you cannot not be on social media, especially for the kind of work that we do. You need to know what's going on in the industry, and people need to know what's going on with you as well, at least as far as your work goes. And so I also feel for my kids. I just feel like when you're ready, you will do it. When you're old enough, you'll put your own pictures up. For yourself. So I guess it just stems from also my own personal need for privacy. I guess it just seeps onto my children, and I just think even you want your privacy, I'm sure. So when they want to, when they're old enough, I mean, they can do it themselves.
Do you try to introduce them into the industry, like
no, not
models?
deliberately. Not now. They've done a few. They've done one photo shoot, one print ad, but no, not so much. They're also very young, and being on set is very exhausting. Like that, the shoot we did, that was 2 days.
Wow.
And those kids, and these were older kids, they were 10 and 11, and they were exhausted.
Wow.
So I was just thinking, if I bring my own children here who are 6 years old, whose attention span is like this, we shall not finish shooting first of all, and it's not fair on them. They're a little young now, so yeah.
So any awards you've won, you as an actress or your work?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Now, if I tell you, you'll know how old I am.
Age is nothing but a number.
Yeah.
I won Chago Latinis. Favorite actress? I didn't expect to win that. I know I even went very late for the award ceremony. And the guy who was organizing was really upset with me. He said, "You're coming at this time because you didn't think you'd win, yeah?" That's a very bad attitude, very, very bad attitude, and I've never forgotten. I've won Kenya International Film Festival award for a film I did that was called Backlash. That was actually my first screen experience. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been nominated as well for other things. Yeah.
Other things.
Amazing. And tell us about your current projects, future projects, zenye we should be expecting, you know?
Expect. I'm hoping to shoot my first feature film this year. I am looking forward to a TV series, possibly, this year.
You'll
Let
be
me
a
say this
cast
year.
member?
No.
You'll be in the
Producer,
background?
director?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I can't wait, regardless.
I need to free myself up for anyone who wants to call me for work, for acting.
Yeah.
I'm free.
She's free.
So, final words to the viewers and the young people who are aspiring to be actors, producers, and all that.
Yeah, okay. Just be true to yourself. Do what keeps you alive. Do what keeps you happy. Yeah.
Wow.
It will work out.
Keep
It
doing
will
what
work
makes you
out.
happy. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We are so honored
Yeah,
with
we
your
are.
presence. And you know, guys, tomorrow, same time, same place with the lovely ladies. And it's been real. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Mr. Kikoy.